What's up, RC4 squad? Mike back with another video. Now this is a cool one, guys. One I've been wanting to do for a while now. So what we have, not in this box because I already got it out because I've been playing with it, is the new, I guess it's not super new, it's been out for 5 or 6 months. The AD380. So just to go over some quick box panels, obviously the front shows a picture of it, 300 watt maximum power, 40 amp discharge, which is crazy fast. Multi-chemistry battery, discharger, and analyzer. So this video, I am just going to go over some of the basic functions that what I feel like most people will really use this for. 7 out of 10 people is going to use this for the discharging pretty much alone. This thing is a standalone unit, so you need nothing. It basically comes with the equipment and one wire. Well, it's actually 2 wires, but they're put together. I'll get to that in just a minute. So on the next box panel, it just talks about the warranty, talks about supported systems. So this is Bluetooth capable, and I'll show you that too. First thing I'm going to do is just go over it as if you were just using just this box. No Bluetooth app, nothing. But it does really make it easier. And it just talks about the specs. If you guys want to pause right there, you can read through them. And then the back just gives a description of the charger itself, what everything is. So like the LCD screen, there's a huge, the whole top of this thing's open and it's a whole big cooling fan, on off button, the data port, the XT60 main port. So I do have to get one piece, guys. I left it on the floor, so hang on, let me grab that real quick and then we'll dive into this unit. So I mean, it's got some good weight to it. It's not huge. It's definitely in between my RDX charger and my other Hitec, the whatever that is, AC2 or something. Just got the little roll thumb and one push button on it. There's no power cord. There's a Type C in the back. It's pretty hard to see, but there is one there. So that's for hooking it up to like a PC, and man, it goes into depth about that. I will link a video above that I watched that. He goes into super depth with it. He goes all over the analyzer part of this, which I'm not really going to touch on. He goes over using the computer and how it works and the benefits of it. Basically what it's allowing you to do is test and read your lipo battery so you can get a better understanding of how your lipo is performing. Okay guys, so I'm back. I just got this little connector that I just got off Amazon, XT60 female to EC5 male. Get this plugged in so I can plug my battery in. I do have a fully charged CNHL 8,000 mile lipo that we're going to be using today. So you basically just plug this bad boy in, and this is what powers everything up. It gets the power to run off of this battery. So it brings it up and it says that this has got 16.7 volts in it. And since this is just using the standalone, it goes off cutoffs. So there's 4 modes that it goes through, guys. Let me bring that up. So that I can better explain these things to you. So there's 4 modes to this, and you're really only going to be using one mode to do the discharging. So there's 4 modes: CC, constant current; CR, constant resistance; CP, constant power; and CV constant voltage. So they're pretty self-explanatory. That's how it draws off the battery, either with a constant current, a constant resistance, a constant power, or a constant voltage. So the constant current mode in this AD380 maintains the constant current output regardless of changes in resistance or voltage. This mode emphasizes predictability, energy depletion, ideal for precise capacity testing and battery health assessments. So that's straight off the website, guys. There's no way I'm spitting all that out on my own. Constant resistance mode. A constant resistant load simulates devices with fixed resistance characteristics. This mode is useful for capturing simulations of constant resistant loads, offering a realistic scenario of evaluating energy storage under consistent conditions. So like I said, I'm going to link a video that's going to explain all this in great depth. Way better. I mean, that stuff's above my head. Constant power mode. In this mode, a constant power output regardless of variations in voltage and current. This is beneficial for reflecting the ability to maintain constant power output, adapting to needs and diverse applications that require steady power. And then constant voltage, it just talks about the voltage output of a power supply itself. Stable performance from the power supply would involve maintaining a constant, unvarying voltage output without significant fluctuations over time. Okay, guys, so we're going to go constant power mode. We're going to set it to 250 watts. And then next it has to do cutoff voltage. So 4S, so we got 3.8 volts times 4, 15.2. So we're going to, whoops. We need to take this all the way down to 15.2 so it knows when to stop. Almost there. Get that dialed in. We'll just leave it on an hour even though it's not going to take that. And hold the button and it is going. So now that's going off. It's already down to 16 volts. I should have set a timer. Sorry about the fan, it is a little loud. But we're gonna let that thing run for just a second. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing it too bad. And I'm not gonna let this go all the way down. I'm just gonna stop it because I want to show you guys how to use the Bluetooth of it. I'm just going to let it get down to about 15 volts, which it's already almost there. I mean, it's down to 16.2, and it's been not even a minute, and it's already, I mean, like, this should just take minutes to fully discharge this lipo. And it's an 8,000 mile lipo, guys. So we're down to 16.05 already from 16.71 is when I plugged it in. And it's saying it's discharging at 15.5, 15.6 amps, which is probably the maximum of this battery. Like, I know it says this thing will do up to 40 amps, and it will,
but you got to have a power supply that's capable of 40 amps or it's not going to do it. So we're down to 15.9 volts on 9.7. So we're going to go ahead and stop this for now. Alright, so it's stopped. And let me put on the screen recorder so you guys can see firsthand what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Alright, so we got the Link Power X turned on, and it comes up and it's automatically asking me for a charger 4449, which is my RDX2, which is plugged in. We're going to get into that in just a minute. And then Discharger B356, which is this. So we're going to go ahead and click that to pair it. Probably just a bunch of zeros. Alright, so this is showing all of the options. As you can see, the constant current, the constant voltage, constant power, constant resistance. We were just doing the constant power. So you can go through here and set your wattage. Like we'll bump this up to 300 watts. I think this will go all the way up to 350. Let's just take it all the way up. 380. So confirm that. Cutoff voltage is 15.2. Discharge time, we give it an hour. So, but it's only going to take minutes. As you can see, it's at 16. It's already dropping immediately. Power is 300 watts. Cutoff is 15.2. Energy is 1.3. Resistance is 20. Capacity it's pulling out. Now once this thing gets down to 15.2, it's automatically going to shut off at that point because this battery will have been completely discharged, and it should be at a solid voltage. Lipo checker here, guys. So we pull that thing off, and we can actually probably plug this thing in right now and watch our individual cells, which is another thing I'll show you too. So this thing says 50, so it's got 3.9, 3.9. Let's leave this thing plugged in and see if it matches what, because this is saying we're down to 15.4, but this says otherwise. Now remember, one thing about using this as a standalone unit, there is no balance wire connected. As you can see, I got it plugged in to this. It's saying it's 15.6, they're all at 3.9. It's almost in perfect storage mode at this point. So just another minute and this thing should be done, and we'll check the values of it once it kicks off and see where we're at. Now I do have another battery charged up so we can do some more, show you how to hook this interface wire up, this is how I'm always going to be using it. How I'm setting it up now, I'll show you a picture of my little station. That's how I'm going to be using this. I'm always going to have it hooked up to a charger, and I'm always going to be using the balance side of it because I'd much rather have, there we go, so complete, save graph to test files, yes, it's shutting down, it's all done. We should be able to plug the lipo checker in, guys, and in just a matter of minutes we have a nicely discharged battery. it says 15.9 volts. So, just like that, your battery is now safe again, and you can use it next time without worrying that you did something wrong. So like I said, we're going to unplug this, which is going to shut. So unplug this. So there is our stored lipo, like I said, in just a matter of minutes. So let's get out of here. And we're going to do something a little different now. Let's bring up the Hitec Link app. And this time it should only show one thing, which is my charger, which is over here. Okay guys, so now this is my RDX2 800. I've done an unboxing on that. I'll have that linked up here so you can go back and see the unboxing of this. These two pair together is awesome. Now, as far as I know, there is, let's see if I can, I'll screenshot this up there for you as well. So when it comes to this discharger, where's it at? Somewhere it says in here that there's only 2 chargers that this thing hooks up to. Now that could be different now, but at least at the time of this recording, there's only 2 that they list as compatible. I just can't find it. I think I have a screenshot somewhere. Can't find it on here now, guys. I know I've seen it somewhere. Here we go. Paired with the following companion charger sold separately, the RDX2 1000 and the RDX2 800, which I have the 800 here. So this is super simple to hook up. There is some inputs on the side. One for this data cable. You just plug it in. Once you plug this data cable in, then the discharger should fire up, and it is now powered up. And now we can use this but through the charger itself, guys. So I got a different battery since I've already discharged that, and this is a LIHV CNHL pack, so a little different. Let's plug this back. So let me get back to, so now these are both hooked up. We're going to use the app for the charger, so the one charger 4449. Let's get into that. It should connect me to this. Voila. Let's get this charger plugged in. Now guys, I'm not using a lipo safe bag for this video demonstration purposes. Always charge, discharge inside of something fireproof. I would hate for somebody to have a fire because of something so simple as not taking the extra second to do this. Alright, so now that everything's hooked up, so this is all your graphs for discharging, all your cutoffs. So it's as you can see, all the lipo. We got a high voltage pack, 4S, discharge current. We want to crank that up. I don't know what this thing can do, but it'll tell us. So we'll just take her up around 25. We'll just take it all the way up because it'll max out and stop, so it don't matter what it is. Get it up here to 40. So 40 amps. We don't want this thing to cut all the way off. We'll take it down to 3.5 volts per cell. And we'll do it in minutes. Okay guys, so we got this all hooked up now, and what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. It's already reading. It picked up that it's an LIHV. We need to change it to 4S. We want to put this into storage mode. Next. So now we get a select. So if it needed to charge it, it would want the current. This is a 6000, so 6 amp for the charging. We want to get crazy with the discharging and see what this will actually pull off. So go to 40, so you can see it's in storage mode, and start. Now it really shouldn't take too long, guys, for this thing to start cooking. Like I said, I'll try to zoom in onto this screen, but it's actually going ahead and using, grab a hold of this. So, as you guys can see, it's reading, it's dropping it down. 15.7 volts is where it's at. They're both saying 15.7 volts. This is reading all your individual cells, just like on the app. There's a shot of the app, reading all the cells. So it looks like this battery is capable of a lot more amps than the not high voltage, the standard pack. It never really got over 15 volts. So this thing's already down around, which is going to make that really, really quick. Look at you guys back. This thing's still pushing 24.5 amps. There we go. It's saying that it's all done. And it's done. Okay. Stop. And that's it, guys. We got another battery. Now, I did notice that when you do that really fast, it's drawing on this battery more than what it is. I don't know why on here it won't really allow me to just read what the voltages are per cell, but as you can tell, it's at 16.09, which is still a little high for cutoff, but I think it's just because you're pulling so much faster. I feel like that if we do this again, but don't get so hard on the amps, since we know it can take 24, let's just do it a little slower at, we'll do it at 11 amps. So it's at 3.96. Let's see if it lets it get down a little more, closer to that. Now I'm still new to this thing, guys. I'm still fine-tuning how to use it. This is just the basics of it, and how I feel that we're going to use it mostly in the bashing world. If we were like serious drag racers or serious speed run guys with some really high power lipos, and we're looking for that, you know, extra mile per hour when we're at 170, 180, 190 miles per hour. Like some of these guys are doing over 220 miles an hour, guys. This kind of analysis and stuff, like what I have linked in the description, this is what them guys are looking for. But for us as bashers who might have charged up a couple batteries and went out and jumped 3 times and broke the car, And now we're coming home with 2 batteries fully charged and 1 halfway charged. And we don't want to spend a whole day just discharging batteries, having to keep an eye on them. This does it quickly, efficiently. It keeps the integrity of your lipo good. It doesn't deteriorate it. It's doing this properly. You know, I've had guys recommend making a light bulb and running a light bulb until the light bulb runs out as you're keeping an eye on the voltage. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can actually do it, but this is the correct way of doing it. So we're down to 3.9 volts, guys. So she's coming down. I remember now we're doing it at 11 amps, which is what we asked it to do. Total voltage of the pack is 15.1. Says these devices are 100 degrees. Of course, this is just blowing hot air into this one. But it's got a huge fan on it, guys. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave a comment below. You guys know I always try to answer every comment or respond to every comment. This would be a great time to ask you guys, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, pushes the algorithm. Share it to a buddy, whatever, anybody you know that might be interested in a little bit of lipo knowledge. This is it. There we go, guys. So it just kicked off. Looks like she's done. Stop. And this thing's at like 3.9 volts, guys. So that's a pretty fair storage charge, especially for how quick we did it. So in a matter of this video, we have taken a high voltage pack down to storage mode and an 8000 mAh 4S down to storage mode. Let's see what this says now. That it's got a cool down from its. So we're at 15.9 and these are all at 3.9 volts, guys. Well, 3.9, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's where she's at. That's pretty good. See what this bad boy says. 15.78. They're all at 3.95 to 98. So, okay, guys, that's going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, guys, my name's Mike, and this is RC4Us.